Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it like a smack addict. And as you can tell today, we're back in the carro, doing it pushing, doing it moving, as is necessary. You know, the Gun's trying to get his YouTube account back online. It's looking like maybe 1 or 2 more days, and I'll be back at it in a real smack addict way. I'll have my shit back. Bang, bang, for all the haters. Anyways, now, Trip Out. I wanted to address this situation going on with one Mr. Lil David, right? As you can see, a video was dropped yesterday with some audio. First and foremost, and quietly as it's kept, I want to put out there that Rojo and Flaco, from a convict's perspective, did not know I was going to take the necessary course of action and didn't even know that I was recording, right? You know, I tend to, after all these things that have happened with my YouTube channel, with my Google account, things of that nature, accounts, passwords, or whatever, hackers, haters, whatever, man, I tend to basically back myself up, record certain conversations that I think are viable for me, as well as, you know, watch out for my own safety and security in certain situations. Now, you need to understand that when Little Dave did call and contact one Mr. Rojo, I was in the vicinity. I was chilling with Mr. Rojo in Houston, and I was basically able to record the calls unbeknownst to Rojo, right? Now they say, Gun, that's a fucking scandalous move. You can't do that shit. That's illegal. Watch out, right? I do it for my own safety and security, like I said, and to quietly go back, you know, and review what's going on for certain content purposes, right? And there was a lot of conversation that went on between Little Dave and Rojo, and all of it positive. And I will say this, first and foremost, that I stand behind Little Dave's story, that I respect Little Dave, and that I truly believe, you know, what happened to him was a cold situation, because at the same time I'm going through my own situations as far as baby mamas and women and things of that nature. You know, it happens to the best of us. Women too. You know, sometimes the baby daddies wear some tight ass pants and be hitting tiger uppercuts and be on some weird shit. También. And in that fashion, not a menudo style. But Trip, what I did want to say was that I do respect Little Dave, right? And I respect his privacy, as well as, you know, the route he chose to go. Now, in the conversation that he was holding with Rojo, you know, it became clear that somewhere midway through the conversation, and there's plenty of other tapes that I'm in possession of, you know, that I will not release, but that him and as well as his significant other, his wife, felt some type of way. They felt some type of way concerning their safety and security from the big homies down south. We all know who that is, right? Much respect. They are unaware that me as well as Rojo are considered non-active. No, we're not pieces of shit, quite contrary to what that piece of shit Gil over there on American Cholo likes to say, right? No, we are not rats. No, we are not nothing, right? Whoever chose that's around us to do what they did in their life, they're being very transparent with it, and it is what it is, right? Me as well as Rojo are nothing but merely citizens with a past, just like everyone has a past. We used to rock in a northern fashion. Everybody knows that. We've never hit that. Quietly as it's kept is not quietly as it's kept, right? It's all put out there, yes. But if you ever could find some paperwork on me and Rojo telling, Sasuke, bang, bang, come with it, right? There is none, so we're not even tripping off that, you know? People like to say birds of a feather flock together. Well, fuck you. How about that? And in that fashion, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm not going to let what other people's done in their past affect what I got going on. And you know what? And it's not going to make me look at him any other type of way, man. I'm not in that gang street life. I'm not doing that, man. I'm for the people, by the people. I'm for the raza, by the raza, right? My whole objective in this, man, is to put some paper in my pocket, to unite the raza, and to do everything on a positive note. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. No matter what that fucking Africano with the funny-ass Jerry Curl is saying over there in Milwaukee somewhere, no matter what that fat and fucking ugly saucy dude is doing, no matter what Savvy is doing, it doesn't matter to me. All these trolls, all these minions, all these people always have something to say, man, but I already know what time it is. Bang, bang, right? The gun to let them know what's up. At the same time, what you need to understand is that when it came to Little Dave, that's a sensitive and very big issue, a very big topic in the MC world. I myself have a good homeboy that's part of the Mongols Motorcycle Club, right? That I grew up with since day one, or is a very close associate with them, you know? I'm not too sure. I don't get into this business like that. But at the same time, man, I did have an extensive conversation with him where he brought a lot of shit to light that he shouldn't have brought to light. But at the same time, man, this is the way we roll. You know, this is the way we talk. And quietly as it's kept, his name is going to stay right here because that's my boy. Now, Trip, as far as Little Dave goes, we did have extensive conversation, and he was setting up what do you call it, a Zoom meeting with Rojo as well as Flaco. Okay, that was happening. In fact, it did happen. They were in the middle of that Zoom conversation when someone on his camp, on his side, little Dave I'm talking about, spoke up, jumped in the mix real quick and said to cease and desist on the conversation, right? Hence, I was right there on the side listening to the conversation, being a trusted advisor with Rojo and Flaco, and being well in the mix. You know how our channels roll hand in hand. I will tell you this. I do believe what little Dave was saying, you know, and I totally back up his story, you know. It's just unfortunate, man, that this story had to come out the way it did, you know, with this old lady. But, you know, things happen in the heat of battle. Passion overtakes brains, right? Shit gets said. Pillow talk. Quietly as it's kept, it should stay in-house and be much, you know, into each other. But, of course, his wife thought that if for no other reason she should take it to the clubhouse. And it just kind of, the fire blazed. You know, it got out of hand. Of course, little Dave, you know, being the type of stand-up individual he is, he wanted to clear his name, man, and he was grasping at straws. I felt that if for no other reason, man, he should contact a convict's perspective and set up some type of meeting. Hence, I was there, so I was in the mix, advising, and you know, and also being advised on certain situations. And it was what it was. Okay, I myself have a tape recording. I did have a conversation with little Dave, where after he did stop the conversation, it's not like that punk Gil says, oh, he stopped because he found out you were informants. Nah, homie, come on, you're informing on everything. It wasn't that he found out people were informants. Him and his wife's concerns were that us from being up north might rile up the guys from down south and have them feeling some type of way. Not knowing that the guys from down south and us roll hand in hand. There's a respect, a mutual respect, and we do a lot of willing and dealing with a lot of guys from down south and have love for the Sureños, as well as the big homies from down south and the Southsiders, man. It's nothing but love and respect, you know. I've showed that time and time again with the first unification of the raza bout between me and Cholo Trucker, who's a very, shout out to Cholo Trucker, he's a good individual. That's the brother right there, right? And a lot of other individuals. Whether they are active or non-active is irrelevant. They are from down south, right? The LA, San Diego, Inland Empire area. Shout out to down south, man. Real warriors doing real things down there. Raza, stand up. Up north, too. You already know what time it is. Bang, bang. Now, back to the subject at hand, because the gun don't fucking pull no punches and I don't fucking tell no lies, right? I keep it 100% real. When I had this conversation, you know, Rojo didn't know I was recording, and Rojo was like, hey, little Dave, why don't you jump on with the homeboy Gunner? He has a pretty large platform, man. Maybe he can give you some advice. And, you know, hey, I felt some type of way here. I'm sitting here giving advice to the national president of the fucking Mongols Motorcycle Club. I was in awe of even talking to the individual, man. A man is a man, but at the same time, man, this man had a lot of stature, right? And maybe continues to. I don't know the situation, man. It's not my mix, not my business. But at the same time, I was willing to give whatever advice I could give him, man, because I know his plight. I was going through the same shit. And we chopped it up. And I did tell him that, man, I felt, you know, since he didn't want to continue with Convict's Perspective platform for one reason or another, his reason being that they were, you know, being ex-Northerners, it could cause a conflict of interest with the guys from down south. I understood his plight, and I merely told him, you know, this is confirmed. I have the tape. I merely told him, man, hey, I suggest, bro, that you put your statement out on a platform of your own. Not someone else's platform, but your own, bro. I said, the only thing we ask, man, as a man, between us, is that you know, say what you got to say, bro, whether you make a statement or not, whatever's beneficial for you and your familia at the same time, and your safety and security and your reasoning behind it, that you merely put it out for yourself, bro. Don't let none of these other diabolical individuals, slick, sly, fucking American cholo wannabe cats fucking get in your ear and try to set up a conversation with you. You know what I mean? Because they're only doing it for the views. They're doing it for the action. Now, let's keep it real, YouTubers. Let's be all the way 100% real. It's all about the bag. Saca la bolsita in that fashion. Everyone's trying to get a bag. Everyone's trying to make a name. Everyone's trying to make a platform. Everyone's trying to win, right? There seems to be a misconception that we can't all win. You know, one can win more than the other. I don't understand it. It is what it is, but this is the big misconception that fools roll with and they run with. You know what I mean? Babosos. At the same time, in a menudo fashion, the gun is right there in the mix, and I'm going to do for mines, me and mines, and my people around me. So I understand. And the situations, right? I do want to say this. Little Dave, I gave him the advice, you know, to go do his own thing. Basically do his own thing, bro. Step away from everyone. Put out his statement, say what he has to say, man, and it's understandable. But I asked as man to man, and me as well as Rojo being right there, but not knowing that I was recording, right? that little Dave just not go to any other platform, man, that basically try to slander us or go against what we got going on, man, and hate, basically. You know, that he just does his own thing, man. Just because that this was promised to a homeboy from a Converse perspective, this exclusive, and then he was going to go a different route. You know, as far as doing it himself. We agreed as men not to release anything that we had, and bam, bon voyage, so on and so on, beep, beep, boop, 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 boop. It was what it was, man, all respect. I forgot all about the tape recordings. I forgot all about it. Wasn't really tripping on it. Don't really go back in my tape recordings or nothing like that, really, unless it's necessary, absolutely necessary. When I received a call that this man had granted an interview with one American Cholo. Now, I'm not hating on American Cholo. I never have hated on Gil until this video right now, where I say he's a fucking piece of shit, straight up. For the fucking comments he makes, for the hate that he gives all Northerners, for the hate that he basically shows raza. Period. Plain and simple, right? He's a wannabe Mexican. You know what I mean? He's Mexican and wants to be Mexican. If you could understand that, right? Riddle me this. But I will say this. So when the Vato granted this, and to every man's decision, man, he's his own man, and he can give his interview to whoever he wants to give his interview to. But I looked at that as a broken promise and a broken word, because we distinctly talked about it, and I have it on tape, bro. We distinctly talked how he was just going to do his own thing. He asked my advice on how to make a YouTube channel, how to do a platform. Me and Rojo gave him that, and he was going to do his own trip. But then he turns around and goes to Gil, who fucking like a sly, slick snake character that he is, wanted to try to rub it in people's faces like, oh, he got the exclusive. Homie, we done did that. Anything, you're playing checkers, homie, I'm playing chess. Anything you could think of, we're 10 steps ahead of you, Gil. Believe that, right? It's just always been like that's going to continue to be like that, because motherfuckers do things in a real way. You could buy all this fancy equipment, and guess what? I'll get a Metro phone and still outshine you. Bang, bang. That's just the way it is, bro. People love me, you know, or they love to hate me. And people either love you or hate you, or most hate you. You know what I mean? So that's just the way it is, buddy. But at the same time, I do want to say this. I myself don't hate Gil. I myself don't hate the American Cholo, man. I myself am subscribed to his channel because I like some of the content that he pushes. I just don't like the slander, the defamation of character he does on people. It's frivolous and funny, man, especially when people don't deserve that. They have not done nothing to this individual, you know? If you feel some type of way, man, keep it to your fucking chest. You know what I mean? Or get off where you're mad at. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers are in LA. They can show up to your area, pull up real quick, and we can handle business. It's that simple, right? I'm not challenging you to fights or anything. I'm challenging you to a debate or a conversation. You know what I mean? If you want to go that route and you want to really take it there, then it is what it is. Remember, you beat up 2 Northerners in NRCC, undocumented, but it is what it is, right? Now, I will say this, okay? Enough on Gil, man. He's his own man, and he's going to do what he does. And like I said, I'm not mad at him. I'm just upset at the way that he slanders people's character without really knowing what's going on, you know, knowing the situation. Now, as far as little Dave go, like I said, I'm 100% stand behind him and believe his story. I don't believe he's telling to anyone. I don't believe he's a rat. I don't believe in none of that, man. I believe, man, he was in the heat of the moment in a battle with this old lady, and she was mad because, you know, of his extracurricular activities, which we all indulge in from time to time, some of us. And, man, truth came to light. That's whatever. She took that, it spun it a certain way, took it to whoever she took it within the clubhouse, and, hey, it's all history, you know? And it's an ugly history, but that's what it is. I just wanted to put this out there as a statement, this truth, because a lot of people are getting on Rojo's helmet, they're getting on fucking Flacco's, thinking that they had something to do with this, and no, the gun acted alone. Bang, motherfucking bang, bang. Straight up, that's what I do, man. I felt upset because I felt this man broke his word to us, and so I retaliated with a thing, which I have now taken down. Yes, indeed, I did take it down, and hey, that's quietly as it's kept everybody know the gun doesn't do that. I usually roll with the punches. But I took this one down out of respect for this guy, because after thinking about it, sitting back, listening to a few of my advisors and trusted friends, I believe it was in my best interest to take it down, not because I'm scared of anybody. Fuck, I don't give a fuck. The whole world wants to kill me. Let's get it. You know what I mean? Get off where you're mad at. I stay wiggling, Khalifa style, 209. I get sloped out for the Deuce Nina. Bang, bang, right? But at the same time, I just felt it was the righteous thing to do. I felt it was the righteous thing to do. Just like other people, man, in the heat of the moment, you make statements, you make comments, or you do things that, man, I'm not saying that I'm ashamed of, but I'm saying, hey, it is what it is, you know? So I just want to reiterate, man, that Rojo and Flaco had absolutely nothing to do with this. They didn't even know I was recording shit. I forgot I was recording. My phone fucking does that on pretty much every conversation unless I fucking push an off button, which sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm not tripping. It's not like I fucking my personal conversations or any fucking thing important. So I was scared, hey, you need to go get some diapers, orale, in that fashion, things of that nature. Anyways, I just want to reiterate that, put this out, man. This is the truth. With little Dave, it's nothing but respect. You know, I felt, bro, that if you would have kept your word, and I know you're going to hear this, if you would have kept your word and just kept it like I advised, bro, and not saying that fucking I'm the shot caller and I can tell you what to do, bro, but I was only trying to help your plight, you know, only trying to help what you're going through, because I've been through certain same situations. And so I was trying to be an advisor, you know, merely a counselor, merely someone fucking that's on your side and still continues to strive on your side. But at the same time, bro, all this, you know, you went and to go deal with this other guy who just constantly slanders, you know, me and my friends, me and my homeboys. He's constantly slandering us. And, you know, I felt some type of way out of anger, man. I dropped a video and, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's already out there. You know what I mean? Get off where you're mad at anybody that fucking feels some type of way. That's just how the gun is. I ain't gonna fucking hold no punches at all, period. Bang, bang, menudo. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. And, to all the gente, you already know it's Arrasate, man. I hope that you guys got everything that you want coming to you. Hope that you move fast with a purpose. That's called hustling, man. Let's unite the raza, man. For all those slick snakes that are out there fucking talking out of their boca, side of their neck, that don't really know what time it is, man. Hey, one day we'll be together. Orale, Diana. And at the same time, man, if we don't happen to see each other, man, things are better left unsaid. Me, am I going to sit here and wolf on them cats and say, oh, they're rats? Nah, I don't know. Nothing. I've never seen paperwork. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on in their love life. You know what I mean? So I don't know why their old lady is calling me. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Gil. You know what I mean? We ain't going to go that route. I'm not that disrespectful. But I will say this. Right? Just continue to do you, man, and I'll do mine. There's enough fucking lane for everyone. So there's 5 lanes. Stay in yours way over there on the right. I'm going to stay over here in the fast track lane. Pushing. You feel me? Bang, bang.